Jeff Bezos' recent wedding to Lauren Sanchez unfolded amidst a flurry of controversy and public scrutiny, largely due to its exorbitant cost and the highly curated display of celebrity. Many observers have labeled the event tacky, arguing that Lauren Sanchez's apparent ambition to elevate her celebrity status overshadowed the personal significance of the occasion. Every attendee, from the most famous to the more obscure, seemed to be placed under an intense spotlight. While some reveled in what was described as a curated PR wedding chaos, others found themselves in a position of seeming discomfort or even embarrassment. This multi-million-dollar spectacle raises questions about authenticity and the lengths to which individuals will go for public recognition. If you're curious to uncover the full story of this much-talked-about event and the behind-the-scenes dynamics that unfolded, then hit that subscribe button now, because the direct accounts of this wedding disaster are about to be laid bare. The wedding, as many observers noted, delivered on its promise of being cringe-worthy. A video clip reportedly showed Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez waving to crowds from a boat, with an Italian flag visible and security personnel positioned behind them. A voiceover in the clip stated, "It's an impossible city. It can't exist, and yet here it is," a phrase that was then echoed and re-emphasized. This statement seemed to set the tone for the entire event, suggesting an almost surreal level of extravagance. A clear initiative behind this wedding, according to some, was to establish a new level of celebrity for the couple. The prevailing sentiment was that everything has been calculated. Prior to the wedding, Lauren Sanchez's Instagram account was reportedly observed to have numerous posts with only a few hundred likes, despite her having over 1 million followers, suggesting a lack of organic engagement. Following the wedding, it was noted that she deleted all but 2 new posts, leading to the belief that this marked a new era for them, with Jeff Bezos allegedly wanting to be known as the cool guy. A Reddit user posed the question, "Do you think that Jeff Bezos paid all these celebrities to attend his wedding?" This question ignited a discussion, with many believing that, given his immense wealth, he could certainly afford it. One user commented that while it might not have been an outright payment, the favors alone must be spectacular. Another user suggested that their travel and lodging may be covered as well, further elaborating that some probably got paid and some maybe just had the hotel and jet covered. The sheer concentration of the richest of the rich at the event led to the conclusion that there's definitely some paid PR working this. The event's widespread media coverage across too many outlets for it to be purely organic was cited as evidence, especially since, according to some, nobody really cares about the couple. The idea that Lauren Sanchez might have genuinely desired this grand public display, driven by a dream to become a prominent celebrity, was also suggested. Some commentators specifically expressed the view that Lauren wants to be a Kardashian, reflecting a perceived aspiration for a similar level of fame and public recognition. This desire was framed within a broader context, with one person writing, "Both want to be American royalty so bad." The observation was made that most rich and powerful people want to recreate the Kennedys, but often without having any charm, charisma, or style to pull it off. This suggests that the couple, having amassed significant wealth, were now seeking social validation and a public persona beyond their business endeavors, indicating a potential boredom with their existing lives. A specific point of discussion centered around Lauren Sanchez's appearance, with questions raised about cosmetic procedures. The comments included, "Did she do some things to her face? Is this how she's always done her work?" The overall impression was that her look was very heavy on the wannabe Kardashian and, humorously, almost reminds me of the Catwoman before she fully became the Catwoman. This direct commentary on her physical appearance underscored the intense scrutiny applied to every aspect of the wedding. The discussion then moved to the various celebrities in attendance, with a particular focus on Leonardo DiCaprio. His presence at an event hosted by one of the world's wealthiest individuals, given his public advocacy for climate change, drew considerable criticism. The observation was made that he preaches about climate change and all these things, yet he's in the same room with the people who really has control over this, and he does nothing about it. His decision to pull his hat down to avoid clear photographs of his face while arriving by boat was seen as an act of cowardice, implying that he should show your face if you're going to go and hang out around these people and not practice what you preach. People openly mocked Leonardo DiCaprio's hat, noting that he even wore it to the wedding ceremony itself. Memes circulated, including one that humorously depicted him in the hat with the caption, "No one knows I'm at Jeff Bezos' wedding," followed by a caption saying, "Yes, we do. She's 26. This played on his known preference for dating younger women. Another sarcastic comment suggested, "Save the planet for free Prime members," implying that environmental efforts are only for the privileged few, or those who can afford elite bunkers. A Reddit comment stated, "The all-black cap is so funny to me. Very kind of him to break out of this formal baseball cap because he's always wearing a hat, but you know he'll wear a black one for the wedding to be respectful." Another person sarcastically wrote, "Well, everyone knows Amazon is the most eco-friendly company on the planet, so this makes total incomplete sense," highlighting the hypocrisy. The question was posed, how could he be so directly and intimately involved with something like Before the Flood, and then clap and smile for Jeff Bezos and his billionaire buddies? The answer, for many, was hypocrisy. A particularly pointed Reddit post shared a satirical image depicting Bezos's wedding guest alighted by Amazon worker with ring tied to collar crawling down aisle. The accompanying image featured a gray carpet that was described as pretty accurate to the actual wedding venue's carpeting, despite the satirical image being created before the event. This specific detail about the corporate carpet was used to illustrate a perceived lack of taste despite immense wealth, with comments like, "The more you look at it, the more you can't unsee this corporate carpet is a prime example of loads of money, but no style and no taste." It was suggested that they opted for the most expensive option with everything, and it's just not working at all. In what was considered a big gift for Lauren Sanchez, she reportedly secured the cover of Vogue, appearing alone in her wedding dress. This led to speculation about the timing of Anna Wintour's recent departure from Vogue. The theory was put forth that Wintour could not go with her heart and approve of Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos being on the cover. It was strongly suggested that she was not happy about this, and it's part of the reason why she left so swiftly, implying this was Anna Wintour's final straw. The question was sarcastically asked, "Why would you literally hire an entire island in Venice to wear this and have carpet at your wedding? They just take this from the Amazon offices." The roster of celebrities at the wedding was extensive, prompting questions about their actual relationships with the couple. The list included Oprah, the Jenners and Kardashians, Tom Brady, Usher, Leonardo DiCaprio, Jerry Seinfeld, and Sydney Sweeney, among approximately 200 reported attendees. The ceremony reportedly began with a performance by Matteo Belli, and Lady Gaga was expected to perform. The speaker had previously stated on Instagram that Lady Gaga would perform, facing skepticism, but reiterated that this was widely reported. The fashion choices at the wedding were also a hot topic. Lauren Sanchez's wedding dress, in particular, drew criticism. Despite it being what should have been the best day of her life, her gown was described as different for a summer wedding, especially in Italy. It was characterized as a little bit more wintry, very covered, very corseted, and slightly almost aging. Despite these criticisms, it was acknowledged as conservative and covering. A specific photograph of Lauren in her wedding dress, with what appeared to be servants waiting there in the background, was also singled out, prompting the question, "Are we free to go, Miss Sanchez?" Bezos. Another image of the couple was displayed, with a comment acknowledging Lauren's figure, stating, "You have to admit her body is tea, and you could really see it all throughout this Dolce & Gabbana dress." The concerning, office-like carpet was again noted, along with the bizarre nature of having so many random famous people who the couple probably don't even know present for such an intimate day. The dress itself, while beautifully made, was personally disliked, with the speaker admitting bias due to their general dislike of Lauren and Jeff Bezos. A humorous comment about looking into Lauren's eyes for too long and starting to feel something underscored the playful yet critical tone. Ivanka Trump's dress at the wedding was unexpectedly praised, especially compared to what we see later on. Kris Jenner's gown also received positive feedback, though one comment noted she looks great, but she does look her age, which was deemed shady, given recent discussions about her facelift. However, her overall look, including her hair, was liked, and Corey Gamble, her handler for life, was noted behind her. Kris Jenner was wearing a Valentino Spring 2006 gown, originally worn by Gemma Ward on the runway, and her choice to forego a necklace and wear only earrings with her hair up was appreciated. Khloe Kardashian's outfit, a very big pink puffy outfit, was thought to be so hot, prompting the observation that she looked like she was trying to rip it off. Kim Kardashian's dress, a tight-fitted style, was deemed a little bit boring due to its repetitive nature, and she was described as looking so miserable and stone-faced. Kylie Jenner's dress was a source of confusion for many, with comments about a visible rip in it, whether intentional or not. It was also noted to be kind of similar to what Lauren Sanchez was wearing, with the suggestion that Lauren should have just worn this in white without all of that sleeve and everything. Kylie's dress was deemed by some as a little bit inappropriate for a wedding. Orlando Bloom was confirmed to be in attendance without Katy Perry and was noted to look great in a standard tuxedo. A speculative thought was shared about whether he and Kim Kardashian might hit it off, as they were perceived to look good together as a couple. Oprah's outfit was described as falling within a narrow color palette of a hue of pink and a hue of purple, but she was still deemed to look really great. Ellie Goulding's appearance led to surprise, with a speaker almost not recognizing her and noting her improved physique, humorously asking if her song was Lights Out, and then saying, "Lights out now because she's gonna chop Roan somebody in the gut." Usher's Kim Kardashian scheme's colored outfit was praised, though his reason for being there was again attributed to PR. Tom Brady, wearing all black, was said to resemble Skeletor, and well wishes were extended to him, with an acknowledgement of not knowing his current life circumstances. Sydney Sweeney's presence was again questioned, but her look was praised despite her dress being described as a little bit like Macy's prom compared to other attendees, with a concluding remark that she could wear whatever she wants to, especially if she's got her squeenies out. Bill Gates was described as the quintessential image of a billionaire. Many celebrities and public figures openly commented on the wedding's outrageousness. The cost was reported as either $50 million or $48 million. Katie Couric reportedly commented on the picture of Lauren and Jeff's wedding announcement, writing, "Welcome to the 80s when big hair and conspicuous consumption ruled. Apparently Tacky is back." This was described as an articulate way to throw some shade. Lauren Sanchez, formerly a reporter, was noted to be in this new era of never having to work again and seemingly getting what she wants from Bezos. A sharp-eyed observer pointed out that Lauren Sanchez appeared to have an upgraded ring already, shortly after the wedding. This followed previous comments where her engagement ring was deemed small, but it was acknowledged that Jeff must have seen that video because he upgraded her. She reportedly did not receive a traditional wedding band but a new wedding ring that was legitimately triple the size of her pink diamond engagement ring. This massive ring, covering from knuckle to knuckle, received approval. Finally, the safety of all celebrities returning home was confirmed, with approximately 90 private jets reportedly used for the event. A tracker reportedly followed Kim Kardashian's flight back to LA, noting it cost around $33,000 and took 11 hours, leading to speculation that Bezos likely covered the cost. This stark extravagance was contrasted with ongoing societal debates about whether kids should have free lunch and about old people having health care, leading a commenter to write, "It's rich versus poor people, wake up." Another commenter, Sarah, stated, "The amount of people that could have been helped with the wealth spent on this wedding makes me feel sick." This sentiment, that the wedding's excessive cost was ridiculous for no reason, seemed to be the consensus. The only potential reason suggested was the couple's desire to launch this new career as influencers or celebrities, but skepticism was expressed about the public's willingness to entertain it much longer. If you've been captivated by the opulent details and underlying drama of this celebrity spectacle, and you want to stay updated on similar stories, make sure to subscribe for all future content.